When a former champ calls out Khabib's undefeated cousin and sparks fly across 2 continents, you know the bantamweight division is heating up. Petr Yan wants war in Baku, but is Umar Nurmagomedov ready to answer the call, or is a new contender like Henry Cejudo about to crash the party? Petr Yan, the former UFC bantamweight champion, is on a mission to reclaim his spot at the top of the division. After securing 2 strong wins, including a gritty decision over former flyweight champion Dagestan Figueiredo, Yan feels the momentum swinging back in his favor. Recognizing the stakes, he publicly called out rising contender Umar Nurmagomedov for what he believes should be a title eliminator bout. Yan isn't just looking for a regular fight, he wants it to headline UFC's debut event in Baku, Azerbaijan, on June 21st. This isn't just symbolic for the region, it's strategic. A high-profile bout between 2 elite Russians on a historic card would attract massive attention, both locally and globally, and could catapult the winner straight into a title fight. For Yan, this is more than a fight, it's a statement. After falling out of the title picture due to close and controversial losses, he's determined to prove he's still one of the best in the division. By calling out Umar, an undefeated Dagestani prospect and cousin of Khabib Nurmagomedov, Yan is not only targeting a tough opponent, but also one with hype, name value, and unbeaten credibility. It's a calculated move to position himself as the next rightful contender in a crowded bantamweight division that already has Sean O'Malley and Merab Dvalishvili in line for the title. While Umar Nurmagomedov eventually accepted Petr Yan's challenge, his reaction left a bit of a question mark. Umar, who seemed surprised by the call-out, responded with a polite, pleasantly surprised by the challenge forward, but didn't immediately commit to the proposed terms. Instead of agreeing to the June headliner in Baku, Umar suggested fighting in October in Abu Dhabi. That shift in timeline didn't sit well with Petr Yan. He interpreted Umar's response as hesitation, possibly even reluctance to engage in a 5-round main event. Given the intense nature of a potential title eliminator, especially against someone as battle-tested as Yan, the Russian veteran started to question whether Umar truly wanted the fight or was trying to delay or avoid it altogether. Still, Yan made it clear he isn't trying to accuse Umar of outright ducking, at least not publicly. Instead, he took a diplomatic but firm stance, stating that if Umar isn't ready or willing to fight on a proposed date, he'd prefer the UFC line him up with someone else who is ready to step up. Umar is not ready, Yan posted on Instagram. I hope there will be a worthy challenge for June, Baku, or July, Abu Dhabi. This leaves the ball in Dana White's court. If Umar continues to delay, the UFC may decide to pivot to another opponent for Yan, someone who's hungry, available, and willing to throw down in what could be a crucial turning point in the bantamweight title picture. While the spotlight has been on a potential clash between Petr Yan and Umar Nurmagomedov, another major name has entered the conversation, Henry Cejudo. The former Olympic gold medalist and 2-division UFC champion has expressed interest in facing Yan if his desired rematch with Song Yadong doesn't come through. Cejudo's return to the octagon hasn't gone as planned. His most recent fight at UFC Seattle ended in controversy after an illegal groin strike and an eye poke from Yadong, which ultimately cost him the bout. Now, with UFC President Dana White reportedly shutting down the idea of a rematch, Cejudo is looking to pivot, and he sees Yan as the perfect target. During an episode of the 4 Pound podcast, Cejudo said, "I would love to fight Petr Yan, man. I would love to run it back. If we can't get Song, I would love to fight Petr Yan, dude." Cejudo's interest in this matchup isn't new. Both fighters are former champions with high fight IQs, elite striking, and strong wrestling foundations. A fight between them wouldn't just be stylistically intriguing, it would carry major implications for the title picture. If Umar Nurmagomedov declines the June date, and if the UFC decides to move past the Cejudo-Yadong situation, then Yan vs. Cejudo could become the backup blockbuster. It's a fan-friendly matchup that pits 2 elite competitors with something to prove against each other, one looking to reclaim his belt, the other aiming to cement a comeback legacy.